Hi, this is Jordan from Rapido Train Sync. We're at the Rapido booth here at Amherst at Springfield at the Model Railroad Hobby Show. We have an absolute ton of stuff that we're showing off today. Let's just start right at the end here. We've got our Berlin Mills HO scale boxcars. These are in transit. They are arriving in February or March. Very cool cars. These have been in service since 1979. They're still around today. We have a variety of paint schemes of that. We got B&M. These were the delivery cars. We have all kinds of patch schemes, Pan Am. These are all repaints from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and beyond. Like I said, they're still in service today. Another boxcar that's arriving right now. This is our latest release of Southern Pacific and Cotton Belt B70, 69 class, 71 and 75 class boxcars. We've got the final 8. There's 8 cars left in service right now. We've done all 8 as they appropriately look with all their patch outs and different lettering changes. So those are shipping right now. Other stuff arriving very soon. We've got our Conrail camp cars. These are Conrail and Norfolk Southern. These are arriving in February or March. They're on the way. As well as our Burlington Northern and BNSF concrete tie flats. They're also coming very soon. These are separate loads. They come with each of the tie cars, and you can add them on, take them apart there. Very cool. Coming very soon. What else have we got here? We got the turbos that just shipped. These are available right now, Turbo 2.0. We've got our HO scale Comet cars. This is our second run of HO scale Comet cars. They're arriving in probably February or March, so those are very close. They've got lots of cool paint schemes, Metro North, Marks, MBTA, SEPTA, stuff like that. Other really cool stuff are very anticipated BART trains. They are in stock now. They are available to ship. Very cool for the San Francisco Bay Area. And we've got all kinds of other stuff, all the transit-related stuff. Our Toronto subway cars. These are going into production right at the moment. And then right below it, this is very cool. This is we've just been teasing it today. This is our Chicago CTA Bud L cars. These are in development right now. These are 3D printed samples. We'll be announcing these later this year, but this is the first time anyone's ever done a proper Bud or CTA L car in HO. And of course, speaking of Chicago, we've got the Metra F40 PHM-2s. These are on the water right now. These are going to be arriving in February. They're almost here. We've got the Burlington Heritage unit, plus the standard Metra orange and blue car. And on top of that, the NPCU. This is the veteran scheme. Those are also arriving very soon, probably in the next month. Other models we have coming up here, these are in development right now. We've got our SD7s, 9s, and 10s. There's the Milwaukee Road SD10 on this very cool kind of turquoise blue color. These have a final order deadline of February the 17th, and they'll be going into production very shortly thereafter. Also right behind that, our SW9 locomotives. These are coming up. We're probably going to announce an order deadline in the next month or two. They will be going into production this spring. Beside that, our GP9Us. These are kind of related because they have the SW9 slugs. These are going to be going into production very soon as well. We'll have a deadline in the next couple of months for those as well. These are the CP Rail Canadian Pacific GP9Us. Right behind that, we have the latest tooling samples of our GP40s in a variety of paint schemes. There's all of the different, obviously they're unpainted at this point, but we got like Union Pacific, Western Pacific, SP, Kansas City Southern, a whole bunch of really cool paint schemes that are coming on those coming this year. One of our other big announcements this weekend, we have the Metro North, which we previously announced, and now the Amtrak P32 ACDMs. These are the dual mode diesel and electric commuter locomotives that run out of New York City. So this in particular, I can't remember if this is the Metro North or the Amtrak version, but we've got 4 different body styles. This is the later Amtrak, which will have the Phase 3 Empire service car body. They are all available to order right now. We will have an order deadline later this year when we have tooling samples. Another order deadline that's coming up on February 17th. This is our all-new HO scale C36-7. We have many different versions. We've got Missouri Pacific, Union Pacific, Ferromex, Norfolk Southern, Conrail. We got the deadline coming up in just a few weeks. These are going to go into production this spring for release mid-year, probably summer or fall. Right behind that, we have our CF7, the first resin 3D print of our Santa Fe CF7. We just announced that at Christmas, and they will be in tooling very soon, if not already. It's a very cool model. Everyone needs a CF7. They went to short lines everywhere after Santa Fe retired them in the 80s, and many of them can still be seen in service right now. And of course, right beside that, another Christmas announcement is our all-new HO scale GP39s and slug units. So this is actually the latest version. We've revised the entire design just in the last few weeks. The latest update has the correct GP39 car body and hood. We have our Canon company designed and licensed fan designs. So this is for like the C&O, Chessie, and CSX. They've been in service since the 1960s and are still out and about right now in many cases too. So that's in development right at the moment. Now we've got lots of other stuff. Actually, let's head over to the other table here. Good. So this is another very cool announcement that we made at Christmas. This is our all-new HO scale Bud M3 rail cars. These are a third rail powered electric car that they were purchased by Metro North and the Long Island Railroad. These are 3D printed samples, but you see all the very cool underbody gear, the electrical gear, HVAC equipment, and we've got full interiors as well. So there's the 3D printed full interior. You see all the seats, seating arrangements. We got both the M3s and the M3As. These were first put in service in the early 1980s, and they're still in service today with Metro North and Long Island Railroad. Why don't we head over to the other table here and have a look at some more items. Okay, so another new announcement that we have this week is a new tooling. This is our brand new HO scale helium car. This is an ACF car that was built in the 1950s. This is a highly detailed car that's never been available with this level of detail before. We have stainless steel roof walks. We have all the helium tanks. We have detailed, separately applied door rods, ladders, and grab irons, and of course, full underbody detail. This is a very cool car. We're going to have an order deadline on this probably in the next couple of months once we finish up development. What else do we have here? We've got our DODX flat cars. These are our military flats and loads. So we've got the M60A1 tank. This is the DODX 6-axle heavy-duty flat car, and this is also the Mark 42 gun mount, which was used on a lot of naval ships in the U.S. military in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, and onwards. Other really cool stuff we have here, we've got the first production models, or decorated production models of our Fairbanks Morse H1644s. These are moving pretty well along in production right now and will be arriving this spring. We've got Canadian National, Canadian Pacific in the original block scheme, and we also have the Virginian unit. These are all completely assembled and painted. And we also have the shells for some of the other roads. So we've got Milwaukee Road, CN Noodle, CP Rail, Penn Central, Norfolk and Western. We've got New Haven in a couple of paint schemes as well. So that's really cool. Those will be coming this spring. And other stuff, we've got our Enterprise hoppers. These are in production right now. New York Central and Canadian National were the original owners. We have our Rio Grande caboose. This is an all-new tooling that we have just about ready to enter production in the next couple of weeks. Rio Grande model, if you're modeling from the 1940s, 50s, all the way into the 90s, you'll want to have these on your Rio Grande layout. They were used on pretty much across the system. We've got our Southern Pacific Dome Lounge cars, 3 different body styles, the original fluted cars. We have the slab side cars as they were modified in the 60s. We have the CP version with the smooth sides as well. One of the hottest passenger cars we've ever made, I think. They've been a huge success. And also right behind it are also recently announced Canadian National balloon tops. These were built in the 1930s and 40s. This is the modified version as they appeared probably about 1950, and they were in service until right into the 1980s and even into the 1990s. They still lasted in service. And of course, lots of other models we have coming are PFE reefers, the ICE reefers, got our 1937 AAR 40-foot boxcars, and much more. I mean, that's just a quick look at some of the stuff we have here at Amherst. Thanks for having a look at our stuff.